My name is Tiffany, and I have a secret I would like to share with you today. Many of you know me for being a social media content creator that's quite successful. You might know me from being on the cover of the New York Times or on the cover of the New York Post or the Washington Post or the Wall Street Journal. You might know me because I'm a small business owner that has testified before Congress and the Federal Trade Commission advocating for other small businesses. I'm married to a federal attorney. I was the first in my family to go to college, and I have advanced degrees. I have 3 amazing, beautiful children. By all accounts, I am leading a successful life, pursuing my tiny slice of what is left for us of the American dream. But what none of you know about me is that I am only any of those things because I was given access to free breakfast, free lunch, and food stamp or SNAP benefits. Many people think they know what a SNAP recipient looks like. They think that people are abusing the system, and because 1 or 2 people might be bad apples, it's worth denying everyone access to the benefits that they so desperately need. But let me tell you, you cannot build a healthy world on empty plates. A child cannot lift themselves out of poverty when they can't do homework because they're thinking about their last meal being 3 days ago. Right now in America, there are 42 million Americans that qualify for SNAP benefits. This is Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program benefits. Some qualify for just a few dollars per family member, while others qualify for up to almost $200 per family member per month. Right now, of those 42 million Americans, 16.4 million of them are children. A full 1.2 million of those food stamp recipients are American veterans of foreign wars, most of them suffering from either PTSD or long-term disabilities. Right now in America, 22,000 active duty military families qualify for SNAP benefits. And almost all military families with 2 children that are rank E4 and below qualify for WIC benefits. 8 million American senior citizens qualify for SNAP benefits, with more than 5 million of them being permanently disabled. There are 1.5 million college students in America that are struggling to try to stay in school but don't have the financial resources to cover their needs for nutrition, and so they qualify for SNAP benefits. 185,000 teachers qualify for SNAP benefits in the United States each year, while more than 10,000 volunteer firefighters also qualify. Currently, 9% of all American military reservists and their families qualify for SNAP benefits. This is between 55,000 and 80,000 families that receive SNAP while serving our country in reserve. Between 22,000 and 24,000 families that have foster children in their care qualify for SNAP benefits despite receiving foster care financial support. Currently, 122,000 children that recently aged out of foster care and are now trying to fend for themselves in the world qualify for SNAP benefits. 1.2 million families that have children in kinship care, that is essentially relational foster care without financial support, qualify for SNAP benefits, while 2.2 million households in America qualify for SNAP benefits that have a fully disabled adult or child in the house. Currently, 15.7 million SNAP recipients are gainfully employed, but are what's considered low-wage workers that are well below 130% of poverty, and 3.4 to 4.5 million of them have 2 or more jobs and still qualify. Of the 42 million SNAP recipients, 4.4 million of them are college degree holders. This is up from less than 3 million that were college degree holders just 3 years ago. Now, this is for everybody out there that is pro-life. In 2023, there were 3.59 million babies born in the United States. Of them, 1.471 million of those babies were born and had those births covered by Medicaid. That is 41%. All of those infants qualify for WIC, and the overwhelming majority qualify for SNAP. These are women that chose to have a baby, maybe they could not afford, but kept it anyway, and now they need to feed it. But I also want to talk about abuse, because there is in fact a group of individuals that exploits the American taxpayers through this supplemental nutrition program to the tune of more than $6 billion, while receiving more than $26 billion in financial incentives, and that is the board members of Walmart. Kroger is another terrible offender, but we're going to focus on Walmart for these purposes. Currently, right now, Walmart is in fact the largest recipient of benefits of the SNAP program for a number of reasons, primarily because they so grossly underpay their employees that 26% of all of the employees that work at Walmart qualify for SNAP benefits despite being employed full-time. In addition, all of those same employees qualify for Medicaid, WIC, sometimes TANF, and other supplemental programs like paying for daycare. Simultaneously, Walmart is able to capture 26%, the same percentage, in total SNAP expenses nationwide, which means of all of the recipients of SNAP nationwide, 26% of every dollar that we hand out through EBT or SNAP is spent at a Walmart. Now, this means that they're able to collect $26 billion a year of the $98.8 billion distributed in the current year for SNAP benefits. And that's because families are out looking for the best prices they can get in this constantly inflating food access environment. And Walmart delivers the best prices because they underpay their employees and post record profits. So while Walmart is able to get away with not paying a living wage, the American taxpayer is subsidizing their ability to do that. We're also doing that with companies like Kroger and McDonald's. And what do we get for all that? Well, we don't get much. You see, right now, we're also delivering $7.8 billion a year in tax breaks for them and $284 million a year in nationwide tax and local tax relief and subsidies to the people of Walmart. And for all of that, in 2025, they posted $19.44 billion in record profits. This is up from $15.51 billion in profits the year before. Now, should we be subsidizing all of the McDonald's and Kroger and Walmart workers so that they don't have to pay a living wage? Well, let's talk about whether or not they could. If Walmart raised every single employee's wages to $25 an hour, then what would happen is we would pay $7 billion less a year in food stamps. We would pay out about $20 billion a year less in subsidies through Medicaid and TANF and other programs. And they would still make more than $10 billion in profit a year. So when you're thinking about who really benefits from the food stamp program and who abuses it, it might be better to start thinking about the corporations that we are subsidizing and less about the few bad apples that might sneak through and grab a little Debbie treat with their SNAP benefits or a soda instead of what you think they should be purchasing. Remember, we cannot build a healthy world with empty plates, and investing in our children and their future is always the right investment to make.